Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me good. Let's check the stream real quick. Air-Dee's nuts. Okay, sound check one. Okay, sound check one. Alright, we live. We live in the live, so let's get going. So, as you can see, our squirrel slowly takes form of a squirrel. At least I think you can, this side looks much better than, let's say, this side, but nothing we can't fix with clay. Yeah, so let's see how we'll continue. Wait a second, which time is it? I just got a message from a friend. Man, it's 4:30 in the night. What are people thinking, writing to me at this time in the morning? God bless them. God bless them. Alright. Let's see if I don't expose myself too much. Last thing to be able to see. Alright, that's perfect. Let's pick out our clay and we'll get started. So, today's mission is basically, going to be, I'm thinking about switching up the camera, but I think this should be fine for now. You have to excuse me if I can't right back to chat immediately because I don't see it. Because I have the outside camera of, I record with my phone pretty much many other people too probably, but yeah, if you could see my how is the thing called, you prep your camera on. I made it out of a piece of a standing lamp. I cut it off or screwed it open and put two pieces of wood on it absolutely redneck style. But what works, you know, what should I say? So let's see. If I hold it here, okay, maybe I should move a little bit, but then I should probably put on some pants. That wouldn't be too bad. Or how about my leg? Yeah, okay, it doesn't look too too effed up. So we should be fine. So now it's all about the fine stuff. So most of the time I roll small kind of worm formed clay to fill up all the spaces that should be filled in. I mean, this looks really not too shabby at all, but also we want some more mass to work with. For example, you see this part, it should be a little bit closer, not too close, because later on we are gonna need to have some kind of connection with the shell. So yeah, to make it like, so the color scheme, or like you can color it all there, will be tricky. I will probably have to get a lot of away from this one arm, but yeah, one thing at a time. So yeah, I mostly just sprinkle lots of water on it so it gets binding, because it's like air hardening clay. So yeah, it's pretty much very nice already. Let me make a real quick check. Okay, everything's running fine. Alright, let's put this flat a little bit. Then here's a perfect place for a little sausage, little clay sausage. So have you ever passed few, okay, like there's nobody watching, so like no use asking, or like one person is watching. If you want, like, excuse me for saying that, if you want you can like tell me what you have done the last days, but yeah, I can imagine it could be like too private or stuff like that. So yeah, let me tell you what I did the past days. I was like, yeah, pretty much looking for a job. Yeah, had some interviews, but all of like online stuff. No real face-to-face interviews, and I'm like, yeah, like basically I make electrical plans, and in our branch, like I'm electrical engineer, constructor, you call it, like in German, but yeah, it's electrical engineer basically. Like I make plan for machines and houses if they get like renovated, or they get built completely new at all. So yeah, that's basically my stuff. I don't know, it's like called AutoCAD or AutoCAD and like E-Plan. You probably don't never heard of it if you like don't work with it, but yeah, that's usually what I earn my money with. But the economy, just as in pretty much every other country, especially in Europe, is pretty much dead. But nothing is dead forever, so there is nothing that can't be fixed. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. And yeah. Okay, I was thinking about how to do the shell. Like, should I cut a piece of a ball, like not in the half, a little bit less than the half, like around here, and put it on his back, and then like work around it, or if I should clay it 100%. I mean, if I clayed it 100%, it would be much easier to work with later on, because it's like much easier to move clay, like just get it wet and move it, or cut it away than with styrofoam, because styrofoam breaks quite easily. It's quite brittle. So yeah, now I think, let me put up a picture of SQUIRTLE real quick. I don't know why my internet search automatically, when I write something in the top bar, in the like page bar, or I don't know the English name, it always searches Bing stuff. Like when I ask a question in the homepage, in the page bar, it always tries to get an answer from Bing. It's really strange. I like changed everything basically, like all the settings in the internet browser. I don't know what, like I don't have any Bing software somewhere hidden. Yeah, no idea, but yeah, let's see. Squirtle. Okay, but I need the front. Yeah, I mean the front is pretty much already not too shabby. Wow, that rhymed. But how about his back? His back is also rather flat than like too bounced up, so I think it will just raise his shell a little bit. First some water. I mean, I could use a brush also. Maybe it wouldn't be too stupid to get a brush real quick. 1 second. Brushes. Every time you need something, you don't find it. Brush. What kind of brush was I looking for? Because I could use like one of these bad boys. Yeah, that should be possible actually. Let's get one of these baddies here. If the normal brush is not findable, we will use some imagination. Alright, exactly what I was looking for. Let's put in some royalty music, royalty-free music. Let's see. I don't know if the YouTube ones are like the YouTube stock music. It's like royalty free or not. Royalty free. Okay, I think I found something. Yeah, that sounds quite groovy, as that house says. So now I just get the clay that dried from the first video, or the first Squirtle video, so it binds good with the new clay, which should not be too big of a problem. Okay. Yeah, don't look too bad, I think it gets better and better. Yeah, that's the way I like it. It's going very good, very smooth. Yep. So, to get the shell right, let's see again. Let's see if everything's still going right. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So yeah, it's basically the front and back are connected in one piece, basically. But the white part is from the shell is throwing me off a little bit. It's like, and what about the tail? It stops above the tail. So basically it needs some kind of long round. Yeah, pretty much this looks from the thickness, it looks pretty alright. Like we can always remodel it later, but the most important thing is that at least we get like some kind of idea how it should look. You see, like this is gonna be the white part later for his shell side. Here it's a little bit too thick, but as I said again, we are gonna be cutting quite a lot away, or working quite a lot away, so it should be Okay. Where's my brush? Yeah, that looks okay. In my eyes, in my mind's eye. Okay, so we pretty much have the white part from his shell too. We have the tail. Yeah, it takes quite some form. Squirrel don't have ears. Never realized that. Wow, he really is a bald head. I mean, nothing against bald heads. I heard they have a lot of, like, some kind of male pheromone or something which, yeah, basically causes them for their hair to fall out. But it could also be a lie. I have no idea. Like, I have pretty full hair from, yeah, my family side. Like, my grandpa with 70 still had fake black hair. My father with 30 doesn't even have, or like with, no, not 30, with 50, has not even like one white hair on his like, yeah, no, like on his head. It's like crazy. Like how my family's hair genetic is pretty good. I mean, there is much more important things than hair genetics, but pretty, not, apparently many people lay a lot of work on like hair ethics or hair looks, but yeah, I think there's like the nature of the human to like want to try to reach for the things they don't have, you know. But on the other hand, like what else have you if you never like would try to reach for anything new? Like you would be stagnating. You would like never try anything, never go for anything. Like maybe never meet your wife, or I don't know, never like your future will go be a really different way. Like so, sometimes taking chances and stuff like that, it's not 100% a bad thing. If you like catch my drift. Okay, so which was the arm? Which is gonna have? Okay, its front body is pretty much done. I think I should still. Well, I mean, he doesn't really have too much. It's just a yellow stripe here and a yellow stripe here, because the white of his shield is pretty much going until here. So yeah, that doesn't look much too bad. But we still can do some for his bald head of his. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. A little bit. styrofoam bowl underneath it, so it's like gonna be not too much clay to work with later. So it's better to try to model it as close, or like model even more clay than you would actually need, just to be safe. Now it looks like my grandpa a little bit. Now, as I said, like my grandpa doesn't have ears like that, but hairs like that, but like someone's grandpa. Okay, let's. No offense to anyone's grandpa. Like, as I said, I'm not body shaming. Like everybody, like we all get to a point like where we age and we are not happy with our body, and like as I said before, not being happy with your body is like, yeah, pretty much it's like a normal thing, and it strives us to new heights. So yeah, it always takes like a negative connotation, you know, in our how you say social system, but actually it's not a bad thing to doubt yourself and to work on yourself. Nobody is perfect at everything. I lost a couple $100, thankfully, or like not more than like $2,000 or $3,000 on stock trading, day trading, and I had no idea. I just learned like with YouTube about it, and yeah, I mean it was interesting, and sometimes I made like pretty good. Like for example, like once I paid in $80 in 2 hours, like I made $40 extra, like from an $80 pay in. So it was with gold, by the way, but and even not too long ago, like 1 or 2 weeks ago. But as I said, like then I lost some and I revenge traded, which means like you trade because you lost. You wanted to win, or you want to win so bad. You bet on the same position in like hope to pay it back to the position that like got you so bad. But like it's a stupid way of thinking, like if you ask me. But yeah, that's pretty much the problem with all stuff in life. We always strive for things and then don't do nothing for it. If you strive and if you want to change, you need to do something. And I'm not like trying to act like I don't know some kind of priest or like be holier than holy, but yeah, because I have the same problems. Like I have like my own private problems, like without going into too much detail about that now. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff I would like to change about myself too, but yeah, like it's easier said than done, as I said, but as long as you work for it, there will be an end goal, trust me. There will come a time where everything is gonna be fine. There will be no more troubles in your life. You will be like happy and everything will come to you. But you have to know what everything is, that's the first thing. When it comes to you, when you see it, you have to know, you have to like realize that it's it, that it's the thing missing in your life, or the thing that you need to grow as a human or to move on. And that can be anything, really. Yeah, so now our SQUIRTLE I would say has a pretty nice shell. I mean, he's a little bit chubby here, but we can work on that. The arms look pretty fire, I would say. The legs also not too shabby. The mouthpiece, yeah, he has like a mouth like that. It's just this piece of the head I don't like too much. Let's work out all the non-fitting. I don't like to say non-fitting because everything fits somewhere, but yeah, some people are too much, like, you know, you're too much for people to handle, so I'm trying to model the thing that's too much and try to find it a place where it helps. You know, what is too much at one place might be missing it, might be missing somewhere else. Just because some people think so or so about you doesn't mean everybody thinks like that about you. Okay, for safety reasons, let's dry this out real quick. Then we'll put more on his tummy and arms, just for safety. For safety reasons. Okay, we have the one part for the arms. Now we need a big old piece for the stomach. Let me see what the stomach looks like. Yeah, it's pretty much very rounded, like even goes right up to his arms, basically. So yeah, like this pretty much. Yep, and this part goes all the way back here. And the same thing with the other side too. Now let's take these parts. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Good piece of water to mix it all up. Some with the brush. I dropped it now, but don't sorry about that, nothing we can't fix. As Bob Ross used to say, they're just beautiful little mistakes. Or there are no mistakes, they're just beautiful little happenings. That part looks really good. It's a little chubby, but nothing we can't fix. Some chop didn't hurt nobody till now, so that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Rat touching his crotch again. I never liked these areas. but there is nothing like this behind it, I promise. Alright. Yeah. We got, let me. Yeah, let's raise his. Raise his shell part here a little bit. Everything's still going. Yep. So yeah. Move it kind of like this, then another part on top of that. And yeah, for everyone that doesn't know, like my plan is to make all like start with the first 150, and I mean I don't know if I live long enough for all 500 of them to make, but yeah, pretty much the plan is to work my way up from Gen 1 to 2 and 3 and all that comes later to, yeah, basically like made a clay figure of every single Pokemon. I mean, it's still a long time until then. Probably, I mean, the community can choose a lot about what I like should model next, but like Rayquaza and Kyogre, Groudon. I mean, Kyogre, okay, like shouldn't be. I mean, I don't want to say shouldn't be too hard, but okay, but things like Kyogre, Lugia with the long and pink wings, it's gonna be nightmare for you guys. Yeah, so pretty much Okay. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good already. That looks pretty good already. Okay, looks like Squirtle's back shape pretty much. As front we can fix easily. Okay, let's give it a minute or two to dry. Let's give it a good coating. Everything gets put in place. How it needs. Looks almost like Joey Jizo if you ask me. That's like a bleach bank, but yeah, it depends if you are in anime or like in bleach, but yeah, it's basically like a sword goes to something. It quite remembers me. Or about it, I should say. Okay. basically we have the back shell, and the front shell is basically made out of. Okay, so now we let it dry for a couple of seconds, and that will get his legs and arms a little bit thicker. I'll take a quick drink till then. But yeah, I hope all of you who are here are enjoying. Yeah, while I'm doing not anything, and maybe I should, like, for entertainment's sake, tell tell a story of mine. Like, let me think about one. Like a happy one would be best. Let me think. Yeah, like you know, I know one. Like 2 or 3 days ago, me and my friends used to talk like about like stuff of our youth and yeah, blah blah stuff. And yeah, however, like one thing came to another, and we like talked about how we would like sneak up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning just to get to play some games or watch our TV shows just so our parents, or like our VHS tapes, like that's what we used to watch back then. And yeah, like, and the first memory that came to my mind was like we never had a lot of money when I was like growing up, and once in my lifetime I got like a Nintendo 64. That wasn't like the only console I ever got, and I got it like 5 years after it came out or something, which I'm still grateful for my father, even though it was quite a POS and it's good my parents are like divorced for it, but yeah, however, he or my mom, I don't know who, got me a Nintendo 64, like not for Christmas or something, because like in my basically religion, we don't celebrate Christmas. Like we how you say, I just use the word, we celebrate Ramadan, you know. So yeah, basically it was like a Ramadan present, basically. And I was so happy, like every morning I stood up like 2 or 3 o'clock, like my parents probably barely went to bed, and I got up and started playing the Super Mario that was in the box with the Nintendo 64. I used to beat King Bomb every night a couple of times. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, because I was pretty bad back then. It was like, I was like, yeah, I'm born 90. I was like 11 or 12 years old. When I was small, I wasn't really too good at video games, especially 3D technology freshly coming out. But it was a blast. It was really a blast. Okay, so let's prepare some extra fat, some extra, how they call it, the not liposuction, but the other thing where they don't pump fat out but pump fat in. We do or is it liposuction? I'm not. Nah, suction is sucking, like taking something. Nah, it has to have another name, but I don't know, probably something lipo, but yeah, basically, like, our whole goal is to, yeah, make SQUIRTLE a little bit thicker, so later we can we have a little bit more to work with in terms of sheer material. I mean, it's still not 100% dry, but should be dry enough. Okay, so we press it really, 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 really flat and try to put as much on the outer side as possible. The same thing with the other leg. Okay, that worked better than expected. Knock on wood. Okay, knocked on wood. So let's keep going. Some water. I hope you enjoy my content. If you have like any tips or like anything you don't like about it, like I don't know, the type of music or type of content or the way I talk, or like if you have any productive tips, I would be happy to take them. Like, unfortunately about my working station, I can't do too much about that because, yeah, pretty much I can't afford it. Sorry to say it, I hate to say that, but yeah, it's like not possible for me to get a more, how you say, professional set at the moment. At least I'm filming with like 2 cameras on a reworked standing lamp where I put on some wood and basically film from there. Okay. And now we only need like a kind of belt that he has. ashtray is burning. Okay. Okay, almost burnt on my place. Nice. Okay. So how about the legs? I mean, and still the legs are a little bit protected, pretty much like this. Yep. Like, what was your favorite card game when you grew up, if I may ask? If the question is allowed. I mean, I was a huge Yugi head because, like, yeah, it's pretty much when in Germany anime came out like big. It was like basically one of the big three of German anime TV. So yeah, you basically had the choice between Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, and like what was the third one? And Digimon, right? Like, oh, blasphemous! How could I forget about Digimon? But yeah, that was the third one. It was an awesome time, really awesome time to be alive. We like made our own rules according to the like basically first um, season of Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like so much nonsense. Like, and most of my friends, like, we had English cards because, like, in Germany, I don't know, I think they took some time to print German, like, with German cards, with German text, and yeah, basically, it was like, um, many of my friends didn't know how to speak English, and I was pretty much the only one who had a little bit of an idea. I mean, I also pulled most of it out of Where the Sun Don't Shine, but yeah, they didn't know it, so it was all hunky-dory, I would say. But yeah, that's why I won most of my games, even though I had like 120 card deck or something. Like I used every single monster I had in my deck back in the days. Like that was the strategy. And my ashtray is still burning. I can smell it, man. I need to put it out as soon as I got this one almost like at least from the fall. muscle on this arm. Man, can you imagine like being a Japanese idol? I was like, before I used to think like, man, that's like absolute dream job, you know, like you have all these like, even more than America, you know, these Japanese, these J-pop fans, they are really on a whole nother level, you know, like with their, with their love, let's say, to the artists. Like I don't know, I heard so many stories. I mean, you can't trust every story you hear, that's clear, of course, but man, the stuff I heard, like, with the, like, hidden microphones, hidden cameras in the stars, like, bedroom and bathroom and stuff, like, yeah, the people down there are, like, on a whole nother league, when it's about, like, celebrity worship, basically. Well, that's why I would pass on being a J-pop icon, definitely. And not only, I'm not talking about the female, like, by the way, like the female too, they get harassed, like, no question about that. But what the male idols have to go through parties, that's like amazing, like that even anybody would do that. I mean, yeah, because of money, people do a lot of things, but yeah, no, it would be unimaginable to me. Like you have to run around 24/7 with security. You have to paranoid all the time. Everybody could be like, yeah, like people have been tried. Last time I read a news article about like a fan, let's call him a fan, and he rented the bus of the agency of the J-pop musician, and almost it worked. Like the musician almost went in the van, and in the last moment they realized, hey, wait a second, this isn't like a person working for us, and yeah, basically that's like how they found out, but like really scary. Imagine just because like you're some kind of, yeah, I mean you're a celebrity and you earn a lot of money, like understandable, but still is it, I mean, is it worth it? Like living in that fear all the time? I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, I like money as much as the next guy do, like, I won't lie, like, I would give a lot to be a millionaire, but, yeah, like, having to deal with harassment and stuff every day, I think it's not worth it for, like, $20 million, like, or for a generation of wealth. It wouldn't be worth it for me, I think. But again, hard to say, you know, people do a lot of crazy shit for a lot of less money. So, yeah, pretty much depends on your character, I think. I didn't check the chat in quite a while, so let me do that real quick. Okay, nothing yet. Okay, yeah, our Bulbasaur slash turtle slowly but surely starts to take form. by the way, shout out to the artist. It's like royalty free, but I really like the music. Like this musician he sounds quite good, I have to say. A little bit more water, a little bit more clay. Okay, let's just add a little bit to the leg still. I mean, Squirtle doesn't have too big of too big of legs or too long legs. But still, as I said, you can always sculpture or cut stuff away. But it's hard to add material. I mean, clay is pretty much forgiving, so you can add clay pretty much any time, but yeah, it gets harder every time because it dries, then it gets wet again, then maybe it can break and all this stuff, so it's better to get it as right as possible the first time. Okay, now let's imagine we can make this a little bit smaller. Maybe add a little bit on this side. Okay, that looks okay. I would say let me see. Yeah, we can also raise its tail a little bit. I mean, the tail should be like how thick is Squirtle's tail? It's pretty much something like has like one of them, and the tail gets a little bit thinner the closer it gets. Yeah, that's pretty much the form it has. Maybe a little bit thicker on this side, but definitely more big than long. Okay. Now let me see. Right up the poopy dookie hole. Okay. Now how does this? Why are there no back sprites of Squirtle? Okay, it goes through the shell basically. Now I found it. Okay, it goes through the shell. Which means I need to add a piece of shell. Okay, let's see. Okay, doesn't look too shabby actually, because here basically the brown stops right before his arms basically, and before his legs basically. So basically it's like this. I tell you, if you don't have a hobby, I didn't have one for the longest time. This one is a really nice one to pick up. One, it doesn't cost too much, like this. You see, like, pretty much, we used half already. It's half a kilo. It should be 1 pound. Half a kilo is 1 pound. Yeah, sure, because 1 kilo is 2 pounds. 1 pound costs not even 5 euro. It's 4.29 €. So it will be like $4, $5 for 1 pound. Like it's really cheap, you know, and also the material is so forgiving. You can add if you have like too less. If you have too much, you can cut it away. It's like so forgiving. It's one of the greatest working materials. We also, with painting, there's barely anything you can paint as easily like with normal colors. You need no special colors, no nothing. Let's move up his shell a bit. Okay, and the stomach also is protected. I mean, we could even go as far as I'm thinking about if this is the right angle. Or if this is the right angle, because it looks like his arm is coming out. Let's try it like this. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that looks much better. This one is a little bit too sharp. Yep, this one looks good. Alrighty, right. And that's exactly the place. Where we use our forms faucet ready. Let's give him a second one just to be sure. Alright. Squirtle's back shield is almost done. as I have to say, I mean, I hate praising myself, but this one I think already looks much better than in the morning. I mean, I hope you think so too. So now I have to let it dry a bit. Then maybe I would like to maybe make the legs stronger, even though Squirtle has pretty small legs and arms, but like a centimeter maybe can't hurt, like in half an inch or something, but for the beginning this is quite good. So thanks for watching. This is your Air-Dees, and see you. Take care.